Okay, many of the Liverpool fans claim that the 2019 Liverpool team is better than the Manchester United 99 treble team. Okay, I'm going to reserve my judgment. I'm going to be neutral here. Okay, so let's select a personnel. Okay, from the goalkeeper position. Okay, the defensive pairing, the midfield, and the striker. Okay, let's start with Doc. Okay, for the goalkeeper position, who would you choose?
So you can see I came dressed for the occasion, right? This is the 99 jersey. Okay, I came dressed for the occasion. Goalkeeper, hands down, sorry, Harry, as good as Alisson is, there's only one person for me, that is the Great Dane. He is the number one anytime.
Yeah.
Fantastic saves, big game player. Remember, the 99 treble wouldn't have been possible if he didn't pull up that save in the semi-finals, the last minute of Bergkamp's penalty. And I think it gives you a lot even going forward, those long throws, I tell you, fantastic. That kicks off a lot of the counter-attacks. For me, hands down, Peter Schmeichel.
Agree.
100% agree, man.
Harry? Agree?
No. Actually, this one was a difficult one because I'm going to try and be as fair as possible here, although it's difficult. I'd probably give it to Peter Schmeichel as well. I mean, I think it's close though, because I think Alisson is that good a goalkeeper. He's probably in the Premier League era, probably the closest that has come to Schmeichel, if you ask me, in terms of his overall ball playing skills. He's great with saves. He's very confident at the back. But yeah, in terms of someone who lasted the distance out, I think probably Peter Schmeichel ages it.
Okay.
Sometimes too confident, would you say, Harry?
He's
considered a couple.
He's had his moments. He's had his moments.
Dribbles.
He's had his moments. But you know what's interesting is Peter Schmeichel in today's era may not have been in many teams, top teams, because of his ball playing skills with his feet. Very interesting, something to think about.
So yeah, something like what
Joe Hart
is facing at United right now.
Or Joe Hart, or what happened to Joe Hart,
Okay, let's go for the defensive pairing. Okay, Harry, defensive pairing. Who would you choose?
I mean, I think one of the two is hands down Virgil van Dijk. He's probably one of the best defenders the Premier League has seen. So if you compare it with the 99 team, I think who was your pairing back then? Was it Ronnie Johnson or Stam? Stam. Okay, if you asked me to choose both, I would say Virgil van Dijk and Jaap Stam, because I was a big fan of Stam actually as a player. I think he was a good player. So
aggressive.
Yeah, the two of them.
Actually, the more interesting discussion comes at left back and right back. Harry, let's hear your thoughts on that. That's where we might be able to get a couple of Liverpool players in.
Virgil van Dijk made it, bro. Virgil made it, man. Virgil makes it, bro. And the centre back pairing. Are we doing left back, right back? If we're doing left back, right back, then
shoot.
Shoot. Who was your left back? Dennis Irwin back then.
Dennis Irwin. Right back was Gary Neville.
I think this one. Oh,
yeah, Gary Neville.
You know what? This one's tricky, lah. I would go for my two. I'll go for my two left backs, lah. As in Trent and Robertson. I was probably gonna go Trent, maybe Robertson and Irwin, quite close, because Irwin was really good, very good defensively, lah. But I mean, I'll back my two, lah. Robertson and Trent.
Ram. You agree with that? Irwin
I totally disagree.
I'm neutral, but then
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, having said, when I watched the treble team, I loved Gary Neville and I loved Dennis Irwin. Okay, I mean, having said both of them, Gary Neville, so much to go for. I mean, he wasn't that fast going forward, but whenever the balls were whipped in, he was just good. He was basically putting a lot of input going forward. His defenses was good as well. So I like Dennis Irwin and Gary Neville. So I'm going to stick with them. Harry, what are you talking about, who's that? Robertson, are you sure?
If you look purely at the 2019-2020 team, not this season's team, Liverpool, those two, each one contributed double figures in terms of assists for fullback. So I can't go past them, man.
The right back, I'm okay. But Dennis Irwin, I don't think so. I think he will be my left back. He'll be my left back. Okay, moving on to midfield. Midfield, Doc, who do you have in your team?
Midfield. If you look at the midfield, I'm so sorry, Harry. I put 4 people down, and all 4 are from United. I think Hands down, Beckham on the right. Hands down, Giggs on the left.
Beckham, yeah, of course.
Keane and Scholes in the center. I think that midfield was a classic
Yep.
midfield. I try to think of the Liverpool midfield. I think Henderson, Wijnaldum, Fabinho, none of them can really display this four. I really tried, and for me, even the left back, right back was the one I could slot in some Liverpool players, but in midfield, no way lah.
But I think it depends on what formation we're playing. Like we're playing back then 99 4-4-2 or now 4-3-3, right? What formation do we play with this team? Because I think that becomes very interesting then.
Yeah, I put it down as a 4-4-2 lah.
Yeah.
Just to be a bit fair, because the balance of both teams and the midfield and things like that. But again, you're right. Which formation you play, but won't change so much. I think these players are so good that they could actually fit into most formations.
Yes.
To be honest.
Agree.
I
Yeah,
mean, look at
versatile.
Giggs. He started
Players
as
are
a
very
left winger.
versatile.
He
Yeah.
became a central midfielder. He was playing in the hole sometimes. He was so good. I mean, this is for me personally lah. For me, they were really good in that sense. They could adapt. Beckham could play in central midfield.
Yeah.
Beckham could play on the left of a central midfield,
Yep.
which he did in the Champions League final. So these guys were really adaptable to different formations, different positions all over the pitch.
So
Fair enough, lah.
we all agree it's all United midfield. Okay, let's
Don't agree.
Oh no.
I would change one lah. One. I'll give you the three. Actually, even I was thinking about Henderson instead of Roy Keane lah. But never mind, fair enough. Roy Keane. I'm just being maybe a bit biased there because Henderson he can play that role, I feel, and he had a sensational year last year. But if you go with Roy Keane, Scholes, I'm still fine. Right, probably David Beckham lah, because he was that good in a 4-4-2. But I would actually take Mane instead of Giggs purely because the output for that year. We're comparing 99 to 2019-2020. Mane got double figures, close to 20 goals. He was our best player in the Premier League winning season, even more important than Salah. And Giggs, I think, did not contribute as much as Mane did in that year in 99 for you guys. In terms, I'm talking about numbers, purely numbers.
Yeah, and you know that time in the 90s and
we were
98,
rotating a lot. We were rotating a lot of players.
Juventus were
rotating a lot.
one of the best teams
Yeah.
defensively,
Yep.
and Giggs tore them apart a few times. They were really
Yep.
scared of him,
Yep.
and that was how good he was. I think before he steps onto the
Yep,
pitch,
yep.
the sheer factor, scare factor, he should be there. His crossing was fantastic. He could score goals all over the pitch,
Yep.
and he pulled off a lot of important goals in '99. Don't forget.
A lot of goals.
A lot of goals. The
I still think Mane
Arsenal.
purely because of how important he was lah for us in the winning season and his numbers in terms of output lah.
Okay.
We played Barcelona 3-0 down without Firmino and Salah, and the only one who was there was Mane, and he tore them that night when we came back 4-0. So that's how important he was for us lah. That's the only position I would change in midfield. I'll give you the other three.
I might
I'm
consider
listening.
having him on the bench.
Yeah.
On the bench, yes.
Alongside
Exactly.
or something like that.
Okay, so our last position, our forward. Okay, Ram.
This
Who's
is
your
of
choice
course
of,
talking about
forward?
a treble team, right? Oh, to me,
Yes.
honestly speaking, okay, I know Dwight York and Andy Cole were phenomenal in the treble season, phenomenal. But I'm going to change. I'm going to take away one out of from the equation, okay? Because I really think Mo Salah deserves that spot, one of the spot. So I'm going to have Dwight York and Mo Salah. Yeah.
Dwight York and Woods. Okay. Okay, how about you, Doc?
This was also a bit of a tough choice. York and Cole, for me, I think they are better as a pairing. Their understanding was fantastic. But I think I also have to agree with Ram. I probably have to take out one. With really great difficulty, Hari, I will take out Andy Cole and put him on the bench alongside Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who needs to be on the bench. And I would actually put in Salah. I don't know whether they may be too similar, their style of play. Maybe you probably need to consider pairing Salah with Cole because Cole was a more better finisher.
Yeah.
But I think for the season that he had in '99, I will still keep York. So probably York and Salah, Cole on the bench alongside Mane and Solskjaer.
Okay, how about you, Harry?
Oh, this one, I think I agree with the guys on this
Firmino?
one. No. Firmino can't make this team. Actually, I was a big fan. Is from a player point of view, of Dwight York. Even when he was at Aston Villa, I think he was a fantastic player. But just so actually, in the ideal world, I'd probably go York and Salah. But just if you want the team to function, that 4-4-2, and again, I feel even York and Salah are very similar, like what Doc said. You guys had a brilliant number 10 in the 99 season. You're leaving him out. I would go with Teddy Sheringham and Mo Salah. Because I thought he was that good a player, like Sheringham. So that's probably what I'll do.
Okay, so
For me, Sheringham can join the rest on a very attacking bench.
okay, so we are at the end of the show, but I just got one quick question.
Coach
from
Dom, we never asked you, who would you go for? Striker.
For me, I'll go with Andy Cole and Dwight York. I think those two, the pairing, it's fantastic.
Keep them together, yeah.
Yeah, their chemistry and whatnot, it's like telepathic. They know where the other guy will be and stuff like that. The goals that they score as a pairing is fantastic.
Yep.